Welcome to the Houston Hustle, the podcast that spotlights the movers, the makers, and the doers shaping the city we love. Each week, we sit down with Houston's top entrepreneurs to talk who they are, how they built it, the principles that drive them, and what success means beyond the highlight reel. This is Real Hustle, real stories, real Houston. Welcome to Houston Hustle. I'm Dr. Paige Ward.
I'm Dr. Charlie Ward.
And today we have our guest, Lester Nichols with the Nichols Law Group. So Lester, tell us about who you are and about what you do.
So my name's Lester Nichols. I'm a managing attorney at the Nichols Law Group. I'm a personal injury attorney here in Houston, Texas, and we handle all type of injury cases, majority of motor vehicle accidents, but we do slip and falls, explosions, workplace accidents.
Yeah, so most people don't know this, but this is our second recording because we lost the first one.
Okay.
Technical difficulties.
Tell us about how you got into law.
How did I get into law?
Because you didn't tell us last time. You were like, oh, that's a different story.
Yeah. How did I get into law? So I was a biomedical science major in undergrad, and my mom's Filipino. I guess all Filipinos, they'd be nurse or doctor or something. So I had a biomed degree, and I took the MCATs, and I got like 50 percentile, like some okay score, like average score. Couldn't really get in a good school or a scholarship. So I'm like, oh, let me just study some more and I'll take it again and then apply to hopefully a better school. In the meantime, my college buddy, we used to party together, go to the gym together. He's like, bro, I'm going to law school. You should take the LSATs with me. I'm like, the heck? I'm a biomedical major. I know nothing about poli-sci. He's like, bro, you don't need anything about poli-sci. You just need a bachelor's. I'm like, shit, I'll study with you for like a month and a half or something. So I studied and then I took the LSATs with him, and then I got an awesome score on the LSATs, and then I got like 75% scholarship, and then ended up in law school.
Did you beat him on the score for the LSAT?
Dang, I don't remember. But actually, I think maybe. So there's a game section. I don't know if you guys know the LSATs, but there's like logical reasoning games and 2 other categories. But I mastered games. Like I didn't get any question wrong.
What?
That's awesome. I think it had to do with my science background.
Okay, so you went to law school. Did you know you were going to go into personal injury?
No. Not at all. So because I went into law school, I figured out through law school that because I have a hard sciences background, I was able to become a patent attorney.
Oh.
So I actually studied. So I'm also a patent attorney to practice in front of the USPTO.
See, I didn't know that.
Oh, well, now you know.
So if I need anything patented, I'm coming to you.
Yeah, that works. So what did I do? So then I took the patent bar. So you take the Texas bar to become a licensed attorney to practice law in Texas, but to practice in front of the federal government, the USPTO, you got to take a whole nother bar.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So yeah, so short story. So I took both bars after I graduated, failed both of them.
What?
Yeah, failed both of them. And then I'm like, maybe I should study for one at a time. So I studied for the Texas one. I don't know. Texas one, I think I did the patent one first, passed that, then Texas one, and passed that. So yeah, 2 licenses.
Okay, but why did you get into personal injury?
Oh, personal injury. So, I had roommates. So when I first moved here, I bought a house, did my rooms so I didn't have to pay the mortgage.
Right.
So I got some extra money. And then one of my roommates got in a car accident one day. He's like, hey, you're an attorney now, you're licensed, help me. Like my back hurts, I'm not trying to fix my car. I'm like, dude, I just graduated. Like, I don't know anything about anything. Like, I'm like, he's like, you just start your own firm and represent me. I'm like, I can do it, but if I completely screw your case up, like, don't be mad at me. So then I just started researching. I opened my own firm, researching, represented him on his case, got up policy limits for his minor fender bender. And then I started marketing myself as, hey, I handle personal injury cases. And then it just went from there.
How has your business changed from day one?
I mean, it got a lot bigger. It's a lot bigger since day one. And I don't know. I started with my roommate as a client. Then I just started marketing to my friends, got a few friends as clients, and then they told their friends. And then it was just kind of word of mouth. And then started marketing a lot on social media.
Yes, because we talked about this before, and I it's still like my core memory of you on Instagram in your white socks and your slides and your shorts, your t-shirt, just handing out your card to people. I don't even know what they were in line for, but I just remember seeing you just being like,
yeah, where was I? I think I was at Panda Express. Oh, I think it was during COVID or something, and like nothing was open. And I was hungry, and there was like a long line at Panda Express. I'm like, oh shit, let me just market to these people. Anywhere I went, I marketed. Like I'm at the grocery store, I'll tell my cashier, hey, if you ever need an attorney, the bagger. This is a random funny story. This is like a new thing. So I have this like 3-wheel motorcycle thing.
Okay.
And there's another 3-wheel motorcycle that was riding around here. This was before I bought my house, like behind your building. So there's a 3-wheel motorcycle, and I kept business cards on all my cars. I'm like, oh, hey, that's a nice 3-wheeler. I'm like, we should go cruising sometime. I'm a personal injury attorney. I threw my card in this 3-wheeler. Like, I'm just marketing a traffic light. I swear to God. And funny story. Anyway, funny story. He ended up becoming a client. But what's crazy is when I bought my house, I was meeting my neighbors. I'm like, oh, hey, he's like, I recognize you. I'm like, what did I meet you? He's like, aren't you that guy that threw a card? So I bought the house next to this guy that I threw a card. I swear to God. And he became my client.
That's a small world.
And you guys can just roll out your driveway and your 3-wheel motorcycles together.
I marketed to everyone, and just random shit happened. Like random things would always happen. I probably have so many random stories.
You marketed on a few interesting sites as well.
So I did everything. I marketed on dating sites like Tinder, Bumble.
You're just like, why not?
Yeah, it was like,
It's an untapped market for marketing.
and then you're gonna meet new girls and have fun, and then get cases for free. It's like, what the heck? That's like ultimate. That's like the ultimate. It was like a win-win-win. That was awesome, actually.
Okay, so where other areas do you market? Do you do Google? What do you do?
No, I don't even spend any money on marketing. Just the free stuff like Instagram, Facebook. I mean, I bought that bus.
Right. We haven't gotten into that.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I just did. I never really spent money on marketing ever. Just did free stuff, whatever's free. I think I was cheap. Like I didn't want to spend any money, but yeah.
Okay.
But you did spend money on a bus. So
Yes,
tell
tell
us
them about
about
the
the bus.
So I bought a bus. And I bought it because it was a Section 179 tax write-off. So whatever I made that year, I could 100% depreciate it the first year. And then I put like, basically the bus was so big. It was like, it was big as a billboard, and I just wrapped it like a billboard. So it was like a mobile billboard.
Yes.
So whenever I drove, I made it like a mobile law office. I went to Galleria, everyone saw my face. When I went to Sugarland, everyone saw my face. So it wasn't like a stationary billboard. It was like a mobile billboard.
That is so cool. And what were you listening to while you're driving around?
Lil Wayne. So I only listen to Lil Wayne, which is random, but he's like my motivation. But that's how I came up with the idea with the bus.
So talk about it.
So Lil Wayne was like my favorite artist, rapper, and he would always go on tour and drive his tour bus. I think he had 2 tour buses. And he would just drive to different cities and perform, and he would get recognition all across the United States by touring, going to different cities. I'm like, oh shit, maybe if I get a bus, I'll just be like a touring lawyer, or like have a mobile law office and just drive around different cities and, market and kind of go on tour as a lawyer.
That is so funny. You know what's so interesting is my business coach, like she's obsessed with Lil Wayne too. Like successful people love Lil Wayne. I don't know.
I wonder what advice your business coach gives that. I wonder if she ever, did your business coach ever tell you, oh, you should market on dating sites?
She has
She
not
hasn't
told me
mentioned
that.
that yet.
No.
She's not thinking outside the box.
Okay. So, tell us about your background because I do love the story. You always kind of had the entrepreneurial mind. So when you were a kid, how did this all start?
I think you're referencing, I mean, as a kid, I used to do so much stuff. I think it was like a mentality. Like I always just wanted to make money. So we were kids. So we would like color a coloring book. And then after we colored it, we tear the pages out and go to each neighbor, like, hey, you want to buy our picture like for $1 or something? And some of the nice neighbors would be like, oh, here's $1, here's $5. But that's, I'm like, I'm not buying this thing for $1. Yeah, we used to sell color. I used to sell seashells. We used to like set up this table at the end of the driveway, and like our parents would take us to the beach that day, and then like we collected seashells, and then we would like post them like 25 cents a seashell or something, and people would stop and buy seashells. Random thing. And then as I got older, I started buying and selling random things like motorcycles, like books, furniture, rugs, massage chairs.
Massage chairs?
Yeah. So there was a point in time where massage chairs were good money. I probably had like, I don't know, 50 of them. At one point, I had like 6 massage chairs in my house. So my friends would come over and they'd be at the most random place, like one in the kitchen, one. I'm like, oh, let's go to Lester's house so we could use this massage chairs. But yeah, I used to buy some massage chairs.
Where were you finding these?
So
The
I used to follow Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. But I found one guy, and then when I picked up the massage chair, it was like out of a shipping container, like he just shipped them all from China. And I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, what if I buy 5? I'm like, and I was buying it for $800. Like, I'll give you $400 if I buy 5. He's like, all right. So I'm like, so about 4, I'm like, shit, what the hell? I just cut my price in half. So then I bought a lot from him, and then I was making triple my profit at that point. Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. So it was more like an investment. So I spent $400. I sold it for like $1,500 or 2,000. So to me, it was like 400% of my money.
Yeah.
And it maybe took like, I don't know, 4 hours of my time. The most time was picking it up. That was like the majority of the time. Posting, it takes 5 minutes. When someone comes and picks it up, I mean, they're picking it up. I'm not helping to move it. They need to pick it up themselves. So I'm just there watching. Yeah.
One of my favorite things about how your mind works is you're really good at problem solving. Like if something comes up, you think of solutions to it. So going into that, you talked about how you have a car rental business.
Oh, yes. So I had this personal injuries firm. I started growing, but I had a problem when clients would get in car accidents. They'd be like, oh, hey, I need a rental car to get to work. I need to bring my kids to soccer or whatnot. But you can't get them in a rental car until like the police report comes out. People figure out who's at fault, who's liable. So there's like this interim period of like 2 weeks to a month that the police report has to come out. Insurance have to talk to each driver to figure out who's at fault. As the attorney, I kind of already know who's at fault with the pictures, my client's side of the story. So I started a car rental business. So I used to send my clients to Enterprise. They wouldn't have cars for them, or they'd have to wait in line, and they would have to go like 30 days after their accident. So they're already pissed off.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're my attorney. What are you doing? I need a rental car. I'm like, bro, I'm your attorney. I handle the law. Like, I'm not a car rental business. And I got so much backlash that I'm like, screw this. I'm going to start my own car rental business. So then I started a car rental business, and then since I was the attorney, I knew what cases were good and what were not. So if I knew it was good, I put them in a car right away. By the time police report came out, liability cleared, it was like 30 days, 45 days. By the time the car was repaired, it was like 90 days, 100 days. So my client was in the car for the whole 100 days. The insurance would have to pay the whole 100 days
for the rental.
And we had this one commercial case. I bought this car for like 10 grand. And we had a commercial case, and we got them in from day one. Commercial case never accepted liability. She didn't have means to get another car, but she was in a car for like a little over a year. And they ended up paying us $68,000 for that car rental. And I only paid 10 grand for the car.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So that was a good, like,
that's a good investment at that point.
Yeah.
Right?
So I just started buying more cars, mainly for my clients. And then I got a storefront rental thing, and I started putting it on Turo. There's like hire ride or something where people will rent your cars for like a month, and they do DoorDash.
Is it like an
app? So that like you can put your car on this platform. It's like weekly or monthly rentals, and then they'll rent for a week or month, and then they do like Uber Eats or they rent your car so they can make money, and then I make money. So yeah, there's other ways to rent. So I'm trying to figure out other ways to, besides my clients, that I could still grow the rental car business in different directions as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so smart. I had no idea there was such an app like that. Of course,
There's a bunch. There's so much stuff. There's so much stuff out there. You just have to like Google it.
Okay. So you started this law firm. Obviously, it's grown a lot. How many employees do you have now?
10, 11 employees, yeah.
And you have your own building now.
Yes.
So that's another problem you solve.
Oh, yes. So actually, I had a law firm, and it was just me, and I had one employee. And my law firm, I don't know if I told you this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you know. My law firm was at my house, like my actual house.
Your HOA, love that.
Yeah. So like clients were showing up at my house. The Nichols Law Group, when you Googled us, it was like as a residential. Because whenever clients would come up, they're like, when I started this, keep it cost cheap. I hired one employee. He sat at my desk. I think I sat at the dining room table.
I remember the setup.
Yeah. And then I started growing, and I needed more employees. So I ended up having like 7 employees at my house. And like, I don't know, if I was them and I'm applying a job and I'm like going to interview, and I'm interviewing at like someone's house with like their laundry on the dining table, like it was just like, be like, is this a real job? Like, and that's what I'd be thinking. Yeah, that's exactly what I'd be thinking. But I found good employees. My very first employee is still with me to this day. But yeah, I had 7. So some people would sit in the dining room, some people would sit in the kitchen, out on the patio, we'd set up desks. I don't know if you see, we set up desks.
Yes, I remember those.
We had to like move the dining room table, and we put like 2 desks, and 2 of us had a dining room table. But so I started at my house, and then I had a girlfriend at the time, and we had kids, and they're like, we can't just have random clients and random people showing up here. You need to buy a building. So I ended up buying a building, but then I wanted to figure out how I could tax write this off under my law firm. So then started a property management company that bought the building. So now my law firm pays that property management company rent. So I get a tax write off and the building depreciation. So I don't get as much income on the property management company. But yeah.
I love it. I love it.
And
It's
also-
so smart. Also, what?
Diminished value company. I started a diminished value company because I feel like I just keep starting companies that benefit my foundational business as a law firm.
Okay, so why did you start the diminished value company?
Honestly started it to help a friend. So I used to pay to get these diminished value reports, like a third party company. I just Googled, used to pay $300 report. And I'm looking at the reports and I'm like, oh, I see. They're looking at the estimate, what numbers using, how they're calculating this diminished value. Like, oh, my friend that I went to college with, he can do this. I'm like, let's sit down and figure it out. So one day we're drinking, chilling, smoking good. Like, let's figure this out real quick. So we're like calculating all the numbers, how they get this diminished value. Anyway, we ended up like figuring it out. We tweaked it our way, so we didn't like completely copy them. And then we started a diminished value company. I'm like, instead of me paying them $350, how would I pay you $250? So I'm saving my clients money. So expenses are lower. He's making money, and he was a software engineer, so he actually automated it. So once he automated it, you could just plug in like a few numbers, and it just spits out a report, basically.
Keep going.
Yeah. So then I did it to help him because I don't know, he's my friend from college, and I'm like slowly blowing up. My lifestyle's changing. I'm like, bro, you need to like, he has a like regular job, which he makes good money.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you should start a passive income business so you can start, making extra money, or when I go on vacations, like you can take time off and come with me. But yeah, that's the reason I started that company.
So how many businesses do you have now?
I don't even know. I have like an accident reconstructionist company, sort of. So
Of course you do.
I'll tell you about that in a minute. Diminished value, my law firm, the car rental,
The property management.
property management, like 5 companies, I think. So when clients would get in accidents, this is the accident. What did I call this company? Accident consultants, I think. When people get accidents, there's something called like a black box in cars, or at least in newer cars,
Mm-hmm.
where you can plug in like a EDR. I think it's called an EDR thing to download all the data. It records when there's a crash.
Okay.
And I had this one client, his name was Willie, and this accident was so random. So he was saying like he was in the left lane, this person was in the right lane, and this guy just made a U-turn in front of him, right in front of him, and they put my client at fault. I really believed my client, and he was telling me exactly how it happened. But the way he looked at his car, like the fender here
Mm-hmm.
was like dented. Nothing happened to the front of the car. And then the fender on the other side was pulled backwards. So there's dents, nothing to the front. So like the damage is like
Makes sense.
random. I ended up having to hire an accident reconstruction company out in College Station. And it was like $5,000 or something. So I had to come out of pocket. I'm like, and then they downloaded the EDR. So I kind of like read the report.
You're like paying attention.
Oh, I could do this. Like, so then so the equipment's kind of the more expensive part. So I bought this EDR equipment thing because you have to have plugs for every kind of car that we have.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
So all the cables are expensive, and then you have to take a class. But so now I download the data myself. So when I have clients that it's like 50-50 or that I accept liability, and I need to figure out how fast the other person was going, how much did they brake, with their steering wheel angle, or whatever the data shows us, instead of me paying an accident reconstruction company, I pay my own company for the report and then download the data. Yeah.
Okay. Have you started any businesses that haven't worked out? Or you've been like, this isn't worth my time or anything like
Yeah,
that?
I used to start businesses when I was younger. I
Yeah.
had like a car detailing business. Obviously, it's no longer there. Like it was too much work, I think, where I went to college. But yeah, have I started a business that doesn't work? I can't think of one, but I'm guessing I have.
Do you feel like you have a limit in your mind on how many businesses you want to have? Or are you just like, hey, if it comes up, I'll run it?
If it comes up, or yeah, as long as I can hire the right staff or whatever, and it's self-sufficient, I can pay them good, and I just make a little bit on top. I mean, that'd be awesome having 10 businesses that are self-sufficient.
Absolutely. And you just get the income
Yeah.
profit from that. Very, very cool. Okay. Where do you want your business to go?
I want to expand.
Yeah.
So I want to move to different cities in Texas. I want to move to different states. So I'm trying to buy like a jet.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So, and I'm trying to write that off, but I have a few clients in Florida. So I'm originally from Florida. People are like, oh, can you help me? Can you help me? I'm in Florida. I'm like, no, I'm not licensed there, but all my attorney friends are licensed there. So there's something called Pro Hawk. So you could use someone else's license if they allow you to, like another attorney in Florida that's licensed. Like a Pro Hawk, it's like a practice in Florida under their license, basically.
Oh, wow.
I mean, a judge has it granted. The judges will grant it. So I'm trying to start a firm in like Florida, but I have to be a joint firm. And then so I can write off the jet or have a client. I need to go back and forth to Florida or whatnot.
Just kind of like,
I could use it because I have a daughter in Florida too. So it'll be a tax write-off. And I'm going there for work, but
yeah,
also,
you like keep it at Hooks Airport over there?
yeah. We're looking at a hangar right now. It's in Spring Conroe. They don't have any for Hooks. So I'm planning on buying a hangar first. Yeah, I guess you can buy hangars. Never knew.
Yeah, I've heard of that. So, my brother's fiance is like going to pilot school, so I knew about that because you can rent them too. And there's like a whole business just so you can put that away in the back of your mind. You can rent
I'll
them
figure
to
out
like
how
people
to.
in flight school,
Yeah.
and they'll pay to use it.
Yeah,
So-
I'm going to come up with a business with a hangar. We have a few ideas. And I'm actually going to flight school too. I have like 35 hours.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, I swear. I got to do my ground training. Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm pretty awesome at flying.
You're pretty awesome at
I
flying.
love flying. Yeah, like my instructor's like, bro, you're a natural. I'm like, yeah. He's like, it's windy. Do you want to go? I'm like, hell yeah.
The windier, the better.
Yeah, the more challenging, the better.
It's scary. I don't know. All the flight like accidents you see are always on the small planes. I don't know. It scares me. I'm a wuss. I don't like heights.
Oh, I'm definitely not a wuss. Yeah.
Are you an adrenaline junkie?
Yes.
Really?
100% I am. Yes.
Have you gone like skydiving before or anything?
No, but I want to do that.
He likes fast cars, so of course he's into adrenaline.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you come up with your best ideas?
How do I come up with my best ideas? I don't even know. I mean, I just try to solve problems. Like
Yeah.
every business I've ever created was to solve a problem or to make my business better, to save, like the diminished value company. I was trying to save my clients the expense, but also bringing up my friend and making myself money in the process. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how I come up with it. I have no idea.
Do you feel like do you block any of your schedule for like time just to have to yourself to think about things, or does it just like pop up to you in the middle of the night?
No, I think when I'm drinking, I come up with the most ideas. That's so random, right?
Yes.
So whenever I'm drinking, I feel like I come up with the best ideas.
Any particular drink that makes this happen?
Yeah, I've been drinking the same thing since college, and everyone's like, "Bro, you have money now. Why you?" So I drink Svedka.
What is that?
It's like a vodka, but it's like $15.
The cheap Russian vodka?
That's Swedish, I think.
Swedish?
But I've been drinking this since college, and I feel like I don't even get drunk anymore. But yeah, it really like
Brings clarity.
Calms your mind down enough that you can like focus it.
maybe that's what it is. But then I have to like write it down because if I wake up, I'm like, "Fuck, what was that idea?"
Have you ever woken up and then you look at what you wrote down and you're like, this was not a good idea?
No.
Always a good one.
Oh, it's always. I mean, I feel like every idea is a good idea. I mean,
As long as you
I've never
execute on it, right?
Yeah, if I came up with like, I'm thinking, I mean, I probably wouldn't even write it down if it wasn't a bad idea, or if I see a problem with it. But yeah, most of my ideas are pretty good ideas.
So I think we talked about this, and I don't know if you actually confirmed. I remember because I did go over to your old house when I went to do stuff with the business. You have Lego rooms still now? And then you
Yeah,
do?
I can get rid of those things. I have so many Legos.
Do you just like buy the new adult Lego sets?
Yeah, I still have a bunch of. So there's another story you don't even.
Okay,
know
yeah,
about.
no, I want to hear it.
Damn, I am such a hustler. So anywhere I go, whether it's a food place, where was I just at? I don't know. So I used to go to Lego. I don't know. Do you know Laura Piana?
Who's that?
It's like a Louis Vuitton.
Oh, okay, I know.
They have like sweaters, but they're like 10,000, 15,000 for like a sweater. And this was in Vegas.
How many sweaters do you have?
Two. I was in Vegas and I won a lot of money.
Okay.
And I do this everywhere I go. I'm like, oh, yeah, this one, it's like 10,000. It's made out of this one. I'm like, oh, well, you can have employee discount, sure. He's like, yeah, we got like 50%. I'm like, hey, how about you buy this for me and then I'll give you $100 on top or something, or $200 on top. And yeah, we do that. So then and then where else was I? Oh, so Lego store. That's all the story. So I met this guy in the Lego store, and like the Millennium Falcon was like $500. I'm like, what kind of discount do you get as an employee? He's like, oh, we get like 50% off. I'm like, he was my Lego plug. He used to buy like 5 a month.
A Lego plug.
And I still have so many Legos that I haven't even opened.
Nuh-uh.
Like the rare, more expensive ones that are just sitting. I just haven't built them yet.
Are you planning to leave, or are you just going to keep them and resell them someday?
Maybe. I mean, I don't even know how to resell them. I think the enjoyment is putting it together.
Yes.
And then once you put it together, then I'm like,
now what?
Yeah, I have no space for this thing. Like, what the heck am I supposed to do with this?
I'm sure there's a lot of collectors though that would probably pay for like in the box Millennial Falcon.
I heard like a trivia about this recently. Like the original
Millennial Falcon was like $200
when they initially
when it first came out, but now it's going for like $500 on eBay.
But like, there's some of them that going even more than that. I think depending on what you have.
So the modulars, I mean, I learned about Legos when I started doing them. Like the ones that are discontinued, and the modulars, like when they come out, they all connect. It's like a city. And
okay.
So the old ones you can't even get anymore. So if you have old ones in the box, they're actually going up in value. But I don't know about already built ones.
I don't know. I mean, it's worth looking into.
Yeah. Right now I have the Millennium Falcon just sitting on my dining table. We don't know it's so big that we don't know what to do with it.
It's a centerpiece.
Yeah, there you go.
This is going to have to be a centerpiece. Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to think because the more questions I ask you, the more information I learn from you. Like asking people for their employee discounts.
Yeah, all the time.
Awesome. Does anyone just go nah to you, or most people say okay?
No, some people say no.
Do you think like I don't know? I just think you're very personable. I think that's part of the reason why you're so successful too. Is that you're very authentic. And we talked about how you had somebody tell you you're like the Adam Sandler of attorneys.
Oh yeah.
But like you're just like super chill, very approachable. And do you feel like just by building relationships, that's like how you've been able to do this?
I think that has a lot to do with it, to be honest. Now that you just brought that up, when I had my law firm at my house, I was worried like the clients aren't going to respect me and all that type of thing. Like I'm going to someone's house and I'm always dressed in shorts, and I probably even answer the door in socks. I probably didn't have shoes on or whatnot. But I think that actually in Florida, I had a bad criminal history, so I always had to hire attorneys. That's all. Of
course.
But I would always feel intimidated whenever I went to a lawyer's office. Okay. I was like a kid. Like I'm like, oh shit, like it's intimidating because everyone's like all dressed up and
they got the high rise, big building.
Yeah. It's like intimidating going to a lawyer's office. I don't know why. So I've been on both sides. So now I'm like the actual lawyer, but the other side, I was like the one going to court because I was in trouble. But now I realize it's intimidating going to law office. I feel like the personable approach, like they came to my house. I dress just like them. I feel like that really helped
resonate with people. Like trust, build more trust.
Yeah,
right?
I thought it was in the front. I'm like, dude, they're not going to respect me. But I actually think the opposite happened. I think it attracted them to me.
It made you more relatable.
Yes,
absolutely. I mean, we've gone to plenty of attorney offices. Who was it that was in like the building with the Russian embassy?
Berquist.
I think he's a bigger attorney. I've never met him.
Yeah, and that was wild.
They had like the whole top floor of the Russian embassy, and
like on the base floor, because it was like they had a whole bunch of security and it was very intimidating. But like we went over and dropped off your money tree, Scarlett.
Oh, nice.
You better be taking care of Scarlett.
Oh, I was just in the office yesterday. I'm like, oh, make sure you put a few ice cubes in there.
Keep it alive.
And it's very like it's warm. It's nice in there, and your employees were really nice too when we went.
Yeah. So then also the Nichols Law Group, like because of my personality, and I'll have like a strict. So I guess some law firms have strict dress codes. I'm very like get your work done, wear whatever you want. Like just make sure work's getting done.
Yeah.
But it's more of like a relaxed environment. 100%. Like it's not too uptight. But I mean, sometimes if stuff doesn't get done, oh my God, everyone already knows something's about to hit the fan. But for the most part, everyone gets their work done. Chill environment, and I feel like that's the best. Because if you have a boss that just is
grinding.
Always up your ass, like what the hell? Screw this.
So you want your employees to like build an environment that they actually enjoy too.
Yeah. So another thing. So luckily I have a good office manager. So I'm very lenient, very chill. But then some employees will take advantage of that.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
and I think I'm too nice to that. It's like my office manager. I'm like, oh, this can't happen. He's like, oh, no, I handle it.
So you delegate for
Yeah,
that?
yeah, delegate for that.
Do you feel like you're good at delegation?
I'm learning. I used to not be. Now I'm learning to delegate more.
What do you think finally got you to the point where you could delegate? Because I think a lot of business owners struggle with micromanaging. Like, I can do it better. I've got to be here and have my hands on all these things, but it's hard to free up your time to grow and come up with new ideas if you're constantly like obsessed with the day-to-day little things.
I think just burning out. I could do this myself. Oh, it's going to take like whatever. I'm going to save money. I can get it done. But time's the most valuable thing. Like, even though like if you could do everything, say I could do it in 10 minutes and it takes an employee an hour, I'm like, just do something else. Let me just knock this out real quick.
Yeah.
But if you do that to everything, like you're just going to burn yourself out and you just don't have time. And to some point, it's like, screw it. Take that hour. I'm relaxing.
And you have all these businesses. So like, how much do you feel like you check on them in the day-to-day? Do they have like KPIs or things that you have to follow up on?
No, I mean, mainly the businesses, I haven't grown outside of my firm. So
Okay.
mainly the businesses help my firm. And since I'm managing my firm, I kind of manage the businesses through my firm, if that kind of makes sense.
Yes.
But once I guess the business gets bigger, then I'm probably gonna have to step out for like 6 months, maybe hire an attorney and just hurry up and grow a business, find a good office manager, whatever. So it's self-sustaining. Because my law firm right now is kind of almost self-sustaining.
That's good, right? Because it's always the question, like if you got stranded on a desert island, like what part of your business would fall apart in the next 30 days?
Nothing really. Yeah.
And keep flowing. That's good.
Yeah.
That's
It's
great.
actually, when I was cheap, micromanaging, whenever, I like my life better now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd rather just hire more staff. And when they need me for whatever legal things, then I'm there, but I don't have to do everybody's job. I'll just delegate everything.
That's really smart. I like that. Do you feel like, okay, so with some of your businesses, like the accident reconstruction?
Yeah, it's like accident consulting. Basically, I
Yeah.
bought this EDR data kit. I'm like, might as well just start a company. And
Yeah. But do you feel like you would market that over to other law firms?
yes,
Yes.
but I would need to hire an expert because I don't have time to write the reports. Because I hired an expert. But yeah, I thought about doing that. But there's so many things. That's why I need the time. There's so many things I should be doing, but then I have to be the lawyer. I have to run this business. I have to run the rental car business, buy new cars. I need more. I need to hire more people.
Okay, so you're coming to that
Yeah,
realization. It's
yeah.
good. Okay, so we know in personal injury, there's all sorts of things that you see. What are some crazy cases that you've seen that are just like, were just wild?
Did I say a crazy case? I'm trying to think of a crazy case that
There's one you told us last time. I'm going to see if you come up with it again.
crazy case.
Or like crazy people.
But was it the ceiling case?
Yes, it's a ceiling case.
That case was so ridiculous. So there's these people, this one person in an apartment complex, and they were, I guess, standing by their front door entryway, I guess, on the phone, and then like a piece of the ceiling, I guess, because the AC had a leak, so it was like getting wet. So then the sheetrock had fell on top of this person. And she was like, "Oh yeah, I was standing on the phone by the front door, and the sheetrock fell." I'm like, "Oh, all right, does your neck hurt back there? I can take this case." And he's like, "Oh, my friend was standing over there with me." And then another person, my friend was all still sitting there. I'm like, "All right, guys." And then this piece of ceiling was like 2 feet by 2 feet. I don't know how 3 people were standing under this thing, and
They were hugging.
and they just, I mean, yeah, I mean, at some point,
How can you argue that?
you could argue, but a jury is just going to look like, come on. I mean, I already said, come on, when I was listening to it, but I mean, that was a crazy
I
one.
think you're really good at arguing things, though. I mean, obviously, you're an attorney, but whenever I have cases that I'm like, this could be a tough case, I think of you instantly. Just because I'm like, I remember you telling me once, even about like a commercial case that you went and investigated on. I can't remember what type of truck it was. And you went and like checked the local businesses for cameras and you got a really good deal out of it.
That was so one of my first case that settled really good, and I was like, I think it settled for like 1.8 million. It was my first friend in Houston. So he was like my second client. So my first client was my roommate, and my second client was the first guy I ever met. So I moved to Houston from Florida, not knowing a single person in this place. And I drove from Florida in a U-Haul and unpacked at the house I bought. And then I dropped the U-Haul off back at U-Haul. And the guy who was checking in my U-Haul was like some Asian guy, looked like he went to the gym. Like, shit, I have no friends. Do you want to be my friend? Oh, I just got here. I just moved here, but I have no friends. But here's my number if you want to ever work out or be my friend. So he was my second client. I'm trying to think how without confidentiality. So there was a car, or my client was in the very front, and there's a middle car, and then another car, the last car that was at fault, and that person was driving an Enterprise car. Long story short, so the person driving the Enterprise car, I had to do some investigating. I had to like call around Enterprise, and because I knew it was an Enterprise car. I was going to go after Enterprise, but I wanted to know who rented the car because it wasn't the guy driving. So it was Diamond Offshore Drilling, like an offshore drilling company, and they rented the car to this person. But I guess they flew a bunch of people in from all over the world for this conference.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Yeah, and they didn't ask, do you know how to drive in this country? Because the person who was driving is from Australia, and he drives on the right-hand side of the steering wheel, and he drives on the right-hand side of the road. So they didn't question him. They just booked all these cars for all these people to come in. And the guy, he even testified that, he was on Beltway 8. He was on Beltway 8 up here by Antoine, or when you get off on Antoine.
Yeah.
He was on Beltway 8, and he thought when he was getting off, he was getting on the highway. So he was doing like 60 and then getting off and speeding. And as he was speeding off, there was a red light. And then he slammed his brakes and he smashed the hell out of this little car. I think she tore her shoulder, rotator cuff. And if you look at my client's car, well, she got smashed and then her car kind of rolled and touched my client's car. My client got 1.8 million. The middle car, who hired a different attorney, settled for 150,000. And her case was worth like 4 million.
Oh my gosh. This is why it's so important. I always tell my patients, like, not all attorneys are created equal.
Yes, 100%.
And I hate the scenarios where people are like, they have this good case and they're like, oh, my friend knows somebody who's an attorney who never even does personal injury. Like, they think they can do it.
They do tax law.
The case was just a shit show from there. And I'm like, hi. And you try and tell them, and they're like, no, I know this person.
Yeah. No, I mean, I feel like you need an aggressive attorney. And there's a lot of attorneys that are a lot better than me that like are my mentors. But I think you have to have a personality for it. You have to be aggressive, but then also the experience. If you're aggressive and have the experience, like, you're badass.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. What type of legacy do you want?
I have no idea. I mean, I want the Nichols Law Group to go on past me. Hopefully one of my kids become an attorney.
Yeah. If your kids wanted to be an attorney, you'd be like, yeah, you can join in.
I don't know. I don't even know if I want my kids to be an attorney. It was a lot of work, and law is stressful.
Yeah.
It's good money, but I don't think it's a good life. But I'm just like a high performing individual. Like, I like to always be doing something. But if my kid doesn't, if they're like me and they want to do it, all for it. But I don't want to force them to do it. And they're like,
right,
it's so stressful. You made me do this. But I mean, there's other ways. I mean, there's plenty of ways to make money. But I would like what I've built to keep going past me.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of you saying that you always have to be doing something, do you think you could ever truly retire? Or do you feel like...
I always thought that. I don't think so. I don't know. I think I'll get bored. I think I'll maybe retire, but then start a hobby or something. I would always have that. There's no way I could just sit down and do nothing all day.
Yeah, no, I couldn't. What does success look like to you?
Oh, I'm a space shuttle in my backyard. Yeah. And I've always been saying this for I think I liked space as a kid, like outer space. And before Elon Musk was Elon Musk, I was like, oh, I want to be so rich that I can have a space shuttle in my backyard where I'm just drinking at home. Hey, you guys want to go to the moon? And we just hop on my rocket and we just go. But this is before everyone knew Elon Musk had rockets. But I'm like, damn, Elon Musk fucking grabbed my dream before I got there.
Dang it. Well, still go. You
need to get close with Elon. And
so last time we recorded,
yeah,
I think that weekend I went to Vegas.
Yes, you were supposed to go.
So look, this is off topic, but I met Andrew Tate.
What?
Yeah. So I guess he likes McLarens. You know how I like cars?
Yeah.
He has a 765 like me, and I was showing him like, oh shit, my McLaren's better than your McLaren.
We should race sometime.
But yeah,
that's what I told you. I just said that, all these small little
tiny planes.
But I feel like I will survive. I feel like I'm invincible. I don't know. There's something in it. I don't know.
You're like, I'd figure it out.
Yeah, I figured it out.
You survived the Titanic if you were on it. Okay. There was something you just said that made me think of another question to ask you. So when you went to Vegas, Your passion. You have your cars.
But yeah, I love cars.
You name your kids after cars.
Oh yeah, so I have twins, and I wanted to name them McLaren and Lamborghini, but the mom's like, "We're not naming them after cars." So then the mom came up with Laren for McLaren and Lamborghini for Lamborghini.
So when they graduate, you're gonna have to buy them like one of each.
One of each. Like my McLaren, the license plate says Laren.
Nuh-uh. Oh, I love that. That's so cute.
So it's an awesome McLaren too.
Do you have one for each of your kids?
I mean, have plenty of. I mean, like I guess you can pick and choose. Yeah, I actually have a Porsche Turbo S that says Millie on the back. I have a Lamborghini plate, but I don't have a Lamborghini yet. I have 2 Ferraris, 2 Porsche. I have a few things, but I haven't found the right one for her.
Get them like a Ford Focus when they first start driving.
Yeah, and then a nice car right away, or are you gonna give them like a fancy one right off the bat?
A nice one, like not like a.
I meant like
fast car or something.
Yeah, I meant like not an. I said nice car and then a super fancy one. I meant like a beater or a fancy one.
Not a beater. I guess it depends as they get older and they start driving. See how they're see how they do. Maybe I'll put them in some race car schools or something, and if they like it, I'm like, oh yeah, you've been driving since you're 16. Here's the keys.
Okay, awesome. Well, if people want to get in touch with you, how would they do that?
You can Google us, the Nichols Law Group, or you call the office at 713-705-2250.
Instagram too.
Oh, yeah, Instagram. Everything NLG wins. Nichols Law Group, NLG wins. So for Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok.
Or Snapchat.
Yeah.
I forgot to ask you, before we wrap up, tell me about your shirt.
No.
I remember when you came out.
So this is so I have a bunch of shirts. And I was thinking of an acronym, but it says, "My lawyer fucks insurance companies." Because insurances try to screw you, and they try to screw you every different way.
Yes.
So we might as well screw them back.
But it's an acronym.
Yeah, but it's acronym. It says, "My lawyer fights until his clients kill stingy insurance companies."
How'd you just came up with it because of that? Like,
no, but to be honest, I wanted to do now because every time I have kids and every time I go to like a kid place, they make me turn my shirt inside out.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Right. So I was gonna do fucks with FUHKS, like fuck, and then just so it's not completely right. I'm like, what the heck?
Has anyone asked you about it? Been like, hey, like when you wear that, do people ever talk about it?
Dude, everywhere I go, you can tell they're just straight looking at your shirt, trying to read the little letter. Like little people will stop me, like, hold on, turn around. Let me see what it's. I swear, yeah, it draws a lot of attention, which is kind of good.
It's a talking point.
Yeah, so then easy marketing.
Do you carry your cards everywhere you go?
Everywhere.
I love it. All right, well, Lester, thank you for coming back again.
Hopefully this video works.
Yeah, hopefully.
If it doesn't, you will not be seeing me a third time.
All right, well, see you guys next week. You've been listening to Houston Hustle, celebrating the entrepreneurs who are shaping our city. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone building their own dream. Until next time, keep building, keep learning, and keep hustling.